This is your daily dose of LeBron may be going here.
Yes.
John Clark put this out on the gram. Sixers have a leg up on signing LeBron James next month, according to former Cavs GM David Griffin. I do think it's significant that Rich Paul is the representative for Ben Simmons, of course. And then he also went on to say via NBC Sports, I don't know what boxes he would be checking, Griffin said. I think staying in the East probably gives him the best chance to win a championship. I've been barking up that tree forever. If he was going to leave Cleveland, of course, maybe staying in Cleveland gives him the best chance. I don't know. If I knew what boxes he was going to check, I'd have a better feel for it. He also went on to say, I do think it is significant, though, that Rich Paul is the representative, as we just alluded to with Ben Simmons, because I know Brett Brown is somebody that you're going to look at when you're LeBron. You're going to look at Pop. You're going to look at the coach in LA, Luke Walton.
Didn't want to say his name, huh?
I just realized that. Or it could be Doc Rivers. All the teams he went to, coaching is going to matter. And I think because Ben has intimate knowledge of Coach Brown, that will probably help. I thought this was very interesting. Odds to win next year's championship, the Warriors are at number 1, no doubt. The Rockets are at number 2. The third team with the best betting odds are the Sixers. Why'd you give me that look? Why'd you just give me that look?
Because it's what you're saying. They know something.
They know something. That's right.
I mean, the Celtics should be 3rd on that list.
Yes, and the Lakers shouldn't be 5th.
Absolutely.
One more time?
Well, yeah, because the Lakers are gonna. Well, I mean, the Lakers is the least surprising of the jump.
They're betting on the Lakers having a huge free agency class, which I believe will happen. But with the current roster right now, if we're calling a spade, they're not the 5th best. The Heat are not the 5th best.
Well, again, the Heat is surprising, but yeah, no, the Lakers, of course, man. Everybody comes to LA, and I'm not talking the Clippers.
Well, the coach in LA is really going to help him out a lot. So do you buy this, that he's going to go to Philly? Do you think he should go to Philly? Remind me of your assessment.
About Philly or about where he
LeBron James free agency 2018.
I have to stick with what I said from the beginning, which was before all of the Philly talk started, and for the Kawhi debacle in San Antonio and everything. So and when we did, of course, we always knew that. Oklahoma City wasn't going to do much. And you know that eventually that was going to break up and everybody's going to come back. Everyone's coming to LA. But anyway, my bet was on New York because LeBron mentions things when he plays in New York, and even they're getting some tight game and he thinks he's supposed to be upset. He's like, oh, I love Madison Square Garden. No, people in New York are great, and they're booing him. He's like, oh, I love you guys. I was like, man, he's.
And they secretly love him.
He scores 50 points every time he goes to Madison Square Garden.
Totally. Craps on their team and they're like, yes, yes. Stick it to James Dolan and his stupid banjo.
And then it was before Porzingis got hurt, and I was like, hey, or for the length of time we knew he'd be out. And I was like, hey, that's if they collect people.
But you don't think like that anymore.
It's in peril, but I have to stick with it because I think there's still the possibility.
There's the possibility. I think it would be phenomenal for the NBA if he were to go to New York. The impact that the Knicks would have. Look, everybody who is outside of a big city is going to hate what I'm about to say. When New York, Chicago, and LA are in it, it sells. It's better. Stanley Cup Finals, the Blackhawks aren't in it. Yeah. The Los Angeles Kings aren't in it. The New York Rangers aren't in it. It's like,
Yeah. I mean, and you can throw Boston in there too, as far as
yeah, NBA, Boston too. Yeah. I'm just saying the ratings are always down a little further when it's a small market team that is in it. Almost always, not every time, but a majority of the time. Yeah. The ratings are down. People don't want to pay attention as much. If LeBron goes to New York, first off, my God, what an offseason. And then secondly, it's like, okay, what pieces can we trade, acquire the Kendrick Perkins and the Chetty Osmonds, and then try and get all these other guys? It would be great. I just don't think it'll happen.
Yeah, I'm wavering on it, but I mean, when you make a hot take in January, then you have to stick with it.
You don't have to. No one remembers. Here's the last point I'll make. Both teams, their commonality, they're in the Eastern Conference. I've been saying this for a long time. He should stay in the Eastern Conference because the West is incredibly difficult, depending on what happens with Kawhi, of course. If Kawhi then goes to the East and goes to a different team, and we'll assess that when it happens. Thoughts, comment section below. Subscribe to 2IT Sports.